Greenland is the world's largest island filled with beautiful icy landscapes, but could it become the 51st state of America?
Protecting Canada's backyard, a significant diplomatic move in Greenland.
If Denmark has any legal right, if they do, they should give it up because we need it for national security.
Something unusual is happening at the top of the world. Not through speeches filled with slogans, not through military parades, but through quiet diplomatic moves and very loud political ideas. Canada has confirmed plans to open new consulates in Greenland and Anchorage, Alaska.
Obviously, we respect the sovereignty of Denmark, the sovereignty of Greenland.
On the surface, this looks like routine diplomacy. But according to Reuters, Ottawa now considers the Arctic its top foreign policy priority, a shift that changes how this move should be understood. Because the Arctic is no longer frozen in time. As polar ice melts, routes that once existed only on maps are opening in reality. The Northwest Passage, long discussed in academic circles, is becoming increasingly navigable. This is not speculation, this is documented reality. Canadian Foreign Affairs Minister Anita Anand told Reuters that the Arctic is becoming more accessible as Russian infrastructure pushes northward and polar ice retreats, directly linking climate change to security and sovereignty concerns.
We have an Arctic foreign policy. The Arctic foreign policy contemplates greater engagement not just in Canada's north, but internationally as well.
Prime Minister Mark Carney has reinforced this shift with action, pledging a long-term expansion of Canada's military and security presence in the Arctic, including plans to raise defense spending from roughly 2% of GDP toward 5% by 2035, as reported by Reuters.
The world has changed. It's more divided, it's more dangerous. We take our responsibility seriously. We're investing in our security to protect Canadians, to assert our sovereignty as we should.
These are not symbolic numbers. They are strategic signals. Before we go further, if you follow serious global shifts like this, help us reach 10,000 subscribers. On this video, the target is 1,000 likes and 500 comments. The best comment will be mentioned by name in our next video. Now, back to the story. Canada's Arctic push is not happening in isolation. Earlier this year, Donald Trump once again reignited global controversy by expressing interest in acquiring Greenland, a self-governing territory within the Kingdom of Denmark. Reuters reported that Trump described Greenland as strategically essential for U.S. security.
We need Greenland for national security. One way or the other, we're going to get it.
Reviving an idea that was firmly rejected by Danish officials.
Greenland is today a part of the Kingdom of Denmark. It's a part of our territory, and it's not for sale.
The proposal was dismissed by Copenhagen, but it did something important. It forced Arctic nations to confront an uncomfortable reality. Greenland sits at the heart of Arctic security. It hosts critical early warning and radar infrastructure, including Thule Air Base, a cornerstone of North American defense systems. Analysts regularly describe Greenland as a strategic prize because of its geography, resources, and role in missile detection.
Very little mining activity in Greenland. All these stories about Greenland's riches in terms of mineral resources, it's still far on the horizon.
At the same time, Greenland holds some of the Arctic's most promising untapped deposits of rare earth minerals, resources the U.S. Geological Survey identifies as critical for batteries, defense technology, and renewable energy systems. China has invested heavily in Arctic research and mining ambitions. Russia has expanded military infrastructure across its northern coastline. This is why Trump's rhetoric, controversial as it is, refuses to disappear from strategic debate. In opinion-driven commentary, Trump has gone even further, suggesting that Canada could one day become the 51st U.S. state.
Why don't you just join our country, become the 51st state?
With Greenland as the 52nd. Let's be absolutely clear. There is no official U.S. policy supporting this idea. There is no Canadian process underway to pursue it. Reuters fact checks have repeatedly emphasized that claims about annexation or forced mergers are not supported by evidence and remain political speculation. Under international law, particularly principles outlined in the United Nations Charter, sovereignty cannot be altered through coercion. Any such change would require voluntary consent, referendums, and treaty-level approval. Canada remains a sovereign constitutional monarchy. Greenland remains self-governing under Denmark. So, why does this idea matter? Because it reflects a deeper anxiety already shaping policy decisions. The Arctic is becoming a geopolitical frontier. Russia has militarized large portions of its Arctic coast. China now describes itself as a near-Arctic state. And NATO is reassessing its northern posture. Canada has been unusually direct about this. That question signals impatience. It explains why Canada is expanding its diplomatic footprint now, through consulates, alliances, and long-term defense planning. Opening consulates in Greenland and Alaska is not about rewriting borders. It is about presence, it is about intelligence, and it is about influence. At the same time, political discussion inside Greenland has intensified, not in the form of official policy, not through referendums, but through public debate. As global interest grows, questions about Greenland's future alignment are being discussed more openly, including whether closer cooperation with North America offers greater security as Arctic competition intensifies. Danish authorities, however, have reaffirmed that no referendum or merger process is underway, and Greenland's current constitutional status remains unchanged. Supporters of deeper North American integration argue that the continent already functions as a single strategic system.
Greenland never has been for sale, never will be for sale, and therefore I think it's very important to say that the future of Greenland is completely up to us.
According to data from the U.S. Energy Information Administration, the United States and Canada together already dominate global energy production and freshwater access, giving North America unmatched strategic depth. Greenland adds geography, it adds leverage, and it adds Arctic reach. What is no longer debated is the Arctic's importance. Shipping lanes are opening, mineral access is expanding, early warning systems are regaining Cold War-level importance. This is why Canada is acting now, not loudly, not provocatively, but deliberately. Opening consulates is diplomacy. Increasing defense spending is deterrence. Pressing NATO is preparation. Trump's proposal may remain a political fantasy, but the forces driving it, climate change, great power rivalry, and Arctic access, are real, documented, and accelerating. And they are already reshaping North America, quietly. The real question is not whether Canada will become a U.S. state, or whether Greenland will choose a different path. The real question is whether democratic nations can adapt fast enough to protect sovereignty, stability, and security in a region where the rules are changing as fast as the ice is melting. Because in the Arctic, hesitation creates vacuums, and vacuums invite rivals. Target for this video, 1,000 likes and 500 comments. The best comment will be mentioned by name in our next video. Your support shapes what we cover next.